Welcome to Whispers of Ghosts. In the heart of the decaying city of Ravenswood stood St. Michael's Asylum, a place that had long been abandoned and forgotten by society. Once a haven for the mentally ill, it had become a nightmarish relic of a bygone era. Its looming Gothic architecture and eerie atmosphere were enough to send chills down the spines of anyone who dared to approach. Rumors whispered through the city's alleyways of the asylum's dark history. The building had been the site of cruel experiments, and tales of patients who mysteriously disappeared within its sinister walls. Some said that the souls of those who had suffered there lingered, seeking vengeance for the horrors they endured. One fateful evening, 4 friends, Mia, Jake, Lisa, and Daniel, decided to explore the abandoned asylum, drawn by its haunted reputation. Armed with flashlights and bravery fueled by youthful curiosity, they ventured into the asylum's gaping maw. As they entered the asylum, a sudden, bone-chilling gust of wind sent a shiver down their spines. The friends pressed on, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. They reached the grand entrance, where a huge, ornate door creaked open as if welcoming them. The 4 friends exchanged nervous glances but pressed forward, descending deeper into the asylum's dark abyss. In one room, they discovered a rotting library filled with dusty old books, their pages filled with the ramblings of former patients. As Mia scanned the pages, she stumbled upon the diary of a woman named Eleanor, who had been a patient at the asylum. Her entries spoke of the asylum's brutal treatments and the cruel staff that tormented her. The friends realized that Eleanor was one of the lost souls trapped in this cursed place. Determined to help, they decided to hold a séance in the hope of communicating with Eleanor's spirit. In the middle of the night, they gathered in a dimly lit room, forming a circle. Lisa chanted incantations while Jake held a candle. The room grew colder, and their breath misted in the air as they called out to Eleanor's spirit. Suddenly, a presence filled the room. A ghostly figure materialized before them, her eyes hollow and full of pain. Eleanor's spirit began to speak, telling the friends of the horrors she had witnessed, and the restless souls that still wandered the asylum. She warned them to leave before it was too late, as an evil force lurked in the shadows, feeding on the suffering and despair of the asylum's tormented souls. But it was too late. As they tried to escape, the asylum seemed to come alive, its walls shifting and changing, trapping them inside. The malevolent force that dwelled within the building hungered for their souls. It manifested as a grotesque, shadowy figure that stalked them through the labyrinthine corridors. They ran through endless corridors, but the asylum was a maze of madness, twisting and turning in on itself. The apparition drew closer with each step, whispering dreadful secrets into their minds. The friends felt their sanity slipping away as they realized they might never escape. In a final act of desperation, they stumbled upon a room filled with forgotten medical equipment, rusty surgical instruments, and a blood-stained operating table. Mia, inspired by Eleanor's courage, decided to confront the malevolent force head-on. She grabbed an old syringe and plunged it into the specter's form. With a chilling scream, the evil force dissipated into a cloud of darkness, leaving them alone in the asylum's stillness. Exhausted and shaken, the friends found their way out of the haunted asylum, never to return. They had faced the horrors of the past and, with the help of a tormented soul, had broken the curse that had bound St. Michael's Asylum for generations. But the memory of that night would forever haunt their dreams, a chilling reminder of the price of their curiosity. In a forgotten corner of the world, hidden away from the prying eyes of society, stood an imposing, centuries-old asylum known as Ravenscroft Manor. The very mention of its name sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to speak of it. Once a grand mansion, the building had long fallen into disrepair, and it had become a sanctuary for the tormented souls and the supernatural alike. The asylum's history was shrouded in darkness, with rumors of inhumane experiments and a multitude of sinister happenings. It was said that the tortured spirits of the past inhabitants still roamed the shadowy halls. Dr. Victoria Blackwood, a brilliant but eccentric psychiatrist, had taken it upon herself to unravel the mysteries of Ravenscroft Manor and provide solace to the souls within. As the story begins, Dr. Blackwood arrives at Ravenscroft, her path illuminated by the soft glow of a lantern. She is met with the chilling whispers of the forgotten as she enters the asylum, her footsteps echoing through the decaying corridors. The air is heavy with the weight of history, and the walls seem to hold secrets no one should ever know. Dr. Blackwood's first patient is a young woman named Alara, who claimed to be the reincarnation of a long-deceased witch. Her emerald eyes spark with an otherworldly energy, and she possesses knowledge of forgotten spells and ancient curses. The staff at Ravenscroft believe her to be mad, but Dr. Blackwood senses there is more to Alara's story. As the nights grow longer and the asylum's eerie past begins to reveal itself, Dr. Blackwood becomes entangled in a world where fantasy and reality blur. She discovers forgotten realms, each inhabited by beings of unimaginable power and malevolence. These entities had been trapped in the asylum, and their influence had driven many to madness. Dr. Blackwood realizes that she must confront the malevolent forces within Ravenscroft Manor to save Alara and uncover the truth about the asylum's dark history. She delves into a world of magic and danger, racing against time to break the curse that binds the asylum's inhabitants. Amidst the flickering candlelight and eerie whispers, Dr. Blackwood faces her own fears and doubts, while the supernatural forces conspire to thwart her efforts. The boundary between the asylum and the mystical realms begins to blur, as the story reaches its climax in a cataclysmic battle of good versus evil. In the end, Dr. Blackwood's unwavering determination and the rediscovered magic of Alara prove to be the key to restoring order to Ravenscroft Manor. As the malevolent spirits are banished, the asylum is left in peace, and Dr. Blackwood and Alara emerge as unlikely heroes.